3 wins coming by way of a knockout. He is the former Eastern Cape mini flyweight champion, the former WBF Africa mini flyweight champion. He is tonight's challenger, fighting out of Scenery Park, South Africa, introducing Ayanda Ndulani. And his opponents, fighting out of the red corner with the trunk colors of gold, blue, and red. He weighed in at 48.1 kilograms with a professional record of 29 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw, 19 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Ndulani in the Eastern Cape of South Africa. He is the former South African mini flyweight champion, the former IBF mini flyweight world champion, a 2-time IBO champion of the world, presenting Nkosinathi Mabere Joyi.
Yeah, a popular figure that started his career 19 years ago with a victory over Ndulani in Queenstown with a points of victory at the Indoor Sports Centre. But he comes into this encounter after having won the vacant IBO World Minimum Championship over Joyi, who we saw in action a bit earlier on. And that was at the same ICC in December 2019. There are some technicalities we're going to have to get into when this fight starts, because according to the information that we received coming into East London today, is that Nkosinathi Joyi did not make the weight limit, and therefore the title cannot be won tonight by Nkosinathi Joyi. Let's listen to the final instructions from Ndulani. We'll get into the technicalities of that just a little moment, Alfred Mzizi, but still a fantastic opportunity, and we'll give you the technicalities of what not making the weight limit means as we get underway for the start of this encounter. It is Nkosinathi Joyi who fights out of the southpaw stance. He's in the yellow trunks, and Ayanda Ndulani in the white trunks, who fights out of the orthodox stance. Round number 1 of a schedule 12. And it's good to be with you on your World of Champions this evening with Alfred Mzizi, live from the ICC in East London. Good to be at home once again.
Once again, TC, indeed very encouraging, and great to see again Nkosinathi Joyi that back again that to the ring. Also Ayanda Ndulani is waiting that on the other side. If you want to know, is Joyi is wearing that the yellow trunks. Was Ayanda is wearing the red and white trunks. It is going to be very interesting to see that these two boxers, how do they navigate their way to the top round, if we will reach there, that curve. Once again, it is indeed a beautiful tournament, and with the compliments that of Eastern Cape Gambling and Betting, together that with the Premier Hotel, the presentation by Club Boxing Promotion, who's taking that to you. It is indeed a super sport, the World of Champions, who is bringing this one not live that unto you. A very good evening to those ones who just joined us. You are here watching that the two boxing, Ayanda Ndulani versus Nkosinathi Joyi.
Nkosinathi Joyi fighting his 207th round of boxing at the opening round of this bout, and 89th for Ayanda Ndulani. There certainly is a massive difference between the two fighters, but they've both been in the ring, and while Nkosinathi Joyi has won world titles previously and came into East London before the weigh-in as the holder of the IBO World Mini Flyweight Championship, it is Ndulani who's had the WBF Africa minimum weight title. He's the Eastern Cape Mini Flyweight Championship and the African Boxing Union minimum title, as well as the WBO Africa minimum weight title. So he does fight at a high level. Oh, that's a lovely right hand from Ndulani. And Ndulani going for the glory early on here. I haven't given you the technical difficulties that Joyi faces in this encounter, but there's a great lot of punches coming in from Ndulani, and Joyi's in his spot of bother here in the round 1 of the championship fight. 30 seconds remaining is plenty of time for Ndulani to land a punch. Right hand from Ndulani, left hand from Ndulani. Joyi looks as if he's ready to go. Early on here, and he'll have to take the 8 counts.
tell you that
Joyi. The fight will be allowed to continue. And Ndulani is headhunting. The bell saves Nkosinathi Joyi. His legs are gone.
Kevin, that I must say that Nkosinathi Joyi, that the save of the goal that day. I saw that Ayanda, it just came, decided right now, and we're going to finish that this bit, throw some bombs, throw some punches. See that Nkosinathi is asking for water. For me, when I look at him, he looks very disorientated.
Let's just tell you about those technicalities. Okay, so Joyi doesn't make the weight limit. So even if he wins this fight tonight, if he does win, Joyi, and it hardly looks likely that he'll do that now, if Joyi wins, then the title becomes vacant. He is the holder of the title, was the holder of the title coming into this this bout. He didn't make the weight limit. He cannot win the title, he cannot retain the title. If he wins Joyi tonight, it becomes vacant. If Ndulani wins, he becomes the champion. Done, that's it. And the way things started here, Ndulani is looking for his first world title. He could be a couple of seconds away from that as we start round number 2. And you speak about Nkosinathi Joyi being disoriented. Is his heart not in this because of not making the weight limit? What cannot take away, though, what a massive, massive contribution Nkosinathi Joyi's made in South African boxing. He's got a lot of heart in this, but I tell you what, Ndulani is purposeful here. And another couple of big blows is going to see Joyi bow out of this one. A lovely left hook then from Ndulani, who's got to be careful not to be overconfident. Oh, lovely left hook combination from Ayanda and Ndulani. The challenger is on fire here. Surely it takes one more big punch from Ndulani to be crowned champion of the world.
I tell you that, Kev, I see that the dangerous punch left right. It's coming from Ayanda.
Oh, huge punch from Ndulani, and Joyi goes down for the second time.
5, 6, 7.
No, this is not going to last long. This is sad. This is really sad.
Look, I tell you that the first punch that in first round, Nkosinathi was hit. He is not going to go any farther in this one.
Slip is called.
You look at this face that
Yeah, no, he's defeated. His mind isn't there. Joyi, I'm talking about. He's an experienced boxer. He hasn't been in this sport since just yesterday. 28th of April 2002, a 19-year career. But tonight, he's come up against a strong fighter in the second-ranked mini flyweight contender in South Africa, let alone in the world. And tonight, he's taking the fight to the world champion. You're not a world champion because you bought it on a street corner. The victory over Joyi was a massive one here at the ICC in December 2019. But tonight, it's a different kettle of fish. And this sort of thing happens in the sport of boxing. And Joyi is just being a punch bag at the moment.
I tell you that Joyi is absolutely disorientated. Look at that one. He could not see the other punches. Ayanda for the third time going to the canvas.
So this is a 10-7 round in that case, and it's not going anywhere near what Joyi wants, does it?
Yeah.
And as I said, at 37 years old, maybe it's time to call it. Big right hand in there from Ndulani, and it was only because he was hanging on, Joyi, that he didn't go down for the 4th time. So no through knockdown rule by the sound of things, otherwise this would be over anyway. 10 seconds to go to the end of round number 2, and Ndulani hasn't put his opponent away yet, although he's trying to do that right now above our commentary position. The bell sounds for the end of round number 2, and round number 1 was 10-8, round number 2 is a 10-7. It's a one-way traffic.
I tell you that carpet is, and they hope that the corner they take a look. That on the face I can see that Nkosinathi Joyi. See that on that. Look at that. Also that. And the straight right was coming from Ayanda. connected right on that on the chin. I'm telling you that that punch that caused a lot of damage. I hear that also the corner man is asking that him, do you still want to fight? Are you okay? Because I felt that straight, that punch that landed that on the chin, it has caused a lot of damage that Joyi Nkosinathi Joyi. Let's see what is he going to do, what is he going to bring out of this one, because others that head has been punished by Ayanda.
Start of round number 3 of a scheduled 12-rounder for the IBO World Mini Flyweight Championship of the world. And it is Ndulani, in the white trunks, Joyi in the yellow. And Joyi coming out looking purposeful, but he's a professional boxer. And he is a world champion. And he's not going to allow Ndulani to completely dominate things, but yeah, it's one thing coming out and throwing a few punches at the beginning of the round. One thing that's been very concerning for me from a fighter who fights well on the inside, it's got devastating body punches, and it's been like that forever in the South African boxing world, is that at times we've seen him almost windmilling forward, just throwing his arms over, almost like he's swimming towards his opponent, and he's getting tagged and caught. Another great uppercut, left hook from Ndulani.
Once again, that time I say, Joyi was trying to come back that day, but Ndulani is right face on. You can see that Ndulani's got Joyi's 29 wins, while Ndulani has got 10 wins. Tells you that 2 losses and 5 losses. Joyi comes with experience here. No, that he lost on his leg now. He's driving that to the left, that Ndulani. Joyi, is he going to answer? My question is he going to stand for the next round to come?
Ndulani's got to drop that right hand at some stage. He's sparring, parrying with the left. He's got to drop the right hand at some stage. Slap down the middle, in my opinion, on the button. Could end all this thing just like that. Left-right combination. Left jab, straight right. Haven't seen any hook punches yet. There's an attempted left hook from Ndulani. And the straight punches are working well for the challenger at the moment. I must say, coming into this 3rd round, Joyi is starting to look like a boxer for the first time in the fight.
Correctly so. That I'm sure maybe that those 2-3 punches that have caused, that brought him that a wake-up call, because I've also heard Ndulani, he was asking him, his trainer, that did he want to go and fight? Are you ready? He said yes. I think now he's back now.
Ndulani called for holding by Tony Nyankiwe, but all of a sudden Nkosinathi Joyi looks like a boxer. He looks like he's willing to defend a title, which of course he can't do, but he can deny Ndulani winning the championship, and he can force this fight or this title to be vacant once again. I'm not sure whether Joyi would be given another opportunity to contest the final. There's another push down. I don't think it was a slip, more of his opponent pushing down on him, Ndulani on Joyi, and Joyi being told to lift his punches.
Yeah, the referee didn't pick that hand up, that Kevin, unfortunately, but once again Joyi is moving forward now. Tables have changed a bit.
They've changed completely. I think Joyi's looking like a champion boxer, and all of a sudden Ndulani is having to do a spot of defending, which he hasn't had to do in the opening couple of rounds. But, an interesting round from Joyi with a nod of the head. It looks like Joyi is good to go here.
Once again,
go on, that is, not go out.
Once again, that I can really see that his face is also that has cleared a bit. See that his face is also that has cleared a bit. Yeah, once again, that the KO ratio 53%, winning ratio 85%, 74%. That rounds that 280, 206 that they're over 280. Once again, Nkosinathi Joyi, indeed, that comes up with a great experience that to this fight. Indeed, that his experience that really that showed up, because if it was another boxer by now, we would have talking something else. Yes, the K ratio 23%, winning ratio 76%, rounds 92, 96 over 88. Once again, Ayanda Ndulani, still a long way that to go, but once again, he's seen as indeed a strong champion. Once again, was managing that in the first 2 rounds. Ayanda was owning that in the ring. Things a bit changed that a bit now. He's fighting from the back foot. Kevin.
Now start of round number 4, and Joyi in the yellow trunks against Ndulani in the white, and all of a sudden Joyi's come out and he's taking the fight to Ndulani and showing a lot more purpose and digging deep into the reserves that a world champion should have, and showing that he does have them. He was so rattled in the opening couple of rounds, I thought this thing wasn't going to go further than 2. But I tell you what, Joyi is showing his championship pedigree here, and while he might not win the title, he will not retain his title tonight because he was overweight at the weigh-in. This is a lot better, and his pedigree is starting to be retained as far as being intact is concerned. He's showing pedigree, he's showing form, he's showing style. This is what champions are made of.
Exactly that. He has another left, right, another left. A kind of straight left coming from Ayanda, but Nkosinathi Joyi received that one with pleasure. Indeed, that Nkosinathi Joyi that seemed to be more composed that now, having that the plane. You really see that body position, but it's just that now Ayanda. He keeps, beautiful, that uppercut coming from Ayanda. Ayanda's driving left, right to Nkosinathi Joyi. Lost at his leg, that Ayanda. Yes, gonna join that now. Let's see. Is he going to be able to finish it?
Oh, he takes a left hand for his trouble as well, and Ndulani on the inside as Joyi fights back. And I tell you what, if this auditorium was full of supporters, there'd be one hell of a noise. Oh, he's down, he's gone, it's over. Big right hand, and Joyi is out of here. There'll be no joy in Nkosinathi's corner today. A huge punch, massive upset, and a new world champion. Wow, he was gone before he hit the floor.
Yeah.
Wow, he's going to need some medical care there. Nkosinathi Joyi. You've never seen him down like this in your life before. It's just traumatic stuff at the ICC in East London. His eyes are open. He has a bit of a nod of the head. He wants to get back to his feet. What a fantastic punch. What a victory for Ayanda Ndulani. It's only taken him 3.5 rounds to win a world championship, and tremendous punching. Just as we thought Joyi was coming back, bang, and you're out of there.
I tell you. Look at that face, it's very untainted, it's gone.
But he's got to take his time. He's got to take his time in just getting back to his feet. He can't rush it. But what a fantastic punch. What a great performance from Ayanda Ndulani, right from the opening bell. And we thought that Joyi was good to go in round 2. Well, my goodness me, what a classic end into this fight. Have a look at this. Well, that was an earlier push. That was in an earlier round. It was given as a count.
Look at that right, that's sitting right on the chin.
That wasn't the last one, though. That is the knockdown number 3. The number 4, the best is still to come. And that,
but that punch,
is how it comes.
Check that punch, sitting right to that on. He did the same spot 3 times. He was out of place. You can really see that he lost that spot. He could not find that in the target. Ayanda, well calculated that his punch that came. That was absolutely brilliant. You see that the last punch landed right to that on the neck.
Yeah, massive overhand right from Ayanda and Ndulani. Let's have a look at this one more time. Bam! On the button, the lights went out. It's almost as if Eskom were in the house.
Tell you, even the way that he was falling that today was absolutely out of place. Sure that he must be concussed. But it is my wish that that punch does not cause a real